Check one. There it is. Okay, so there's. Can we can we kill the mains for a minute so I can hear the monitor? 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So that's monitor right there. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. It's somewhere. 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1. Check. 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Check 2 2 1 2 2. There, I'm here. There it is. There 1 2. There, cool. Now put a little guitar in there. Yeah. Good. Okay. I'm good there. Thank you.
Sunshine, your eyes, dewdrops, fireflies. I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 Your voice, waterfall, sparrow song, coyote call. I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 Yeah. Your hug, sweet kiss, holding hands in blind bliss. I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 The shadows I conceal, endeavor to reveal another part of me, embracing all that I perceive. Yeah. Cut grass, jasmine bloom, honeysuckle, your room. I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 Oh, yeah. He said it's not a song, it's a way of life. It's a forever thing, it's a message. He said you can say that water is life. You can sing it again and again, but will they listen? Are we gonna stand by these words? Are we gonna find a way to change the way we're living Mother Earth? She feels everything and it hurts. Like the moon, like the body of a woman, she's changing. Can we return to the times when water was alive? When we prayed at her edge and gave thanks for this life? When the water fell from the sky and we drank from her bosom? When the water fell from our eyes and the water fell from our womb? When it rose up to the surface and we knew every spring? No fear or competition, just a relative to a face. We are people of the sun, we are people of the water. We will celebrate our sons, we will celebrate our daughters. Give them ceremony so when the drought comes they'll be ready. Will the next war be for water? All our solutions are part of the problem, can't win war with war. There is more than one creation story. Worlds have died and worlds have been reborn before. When you touch the water, you touch the world. From Taos Peaks to Gulf Streams, the memories they hold. We sell her by the acre foot and treat her as our captive. The rivers are undrinkable while the aquifer's extracted. Our food will need water to grow, but do you have to take it all? We try to hold her and control her as we watch our empire fall. He said it's not a song, it's a way of life. It's a forever thing, it's a message. He said you can say that water is life. You can sing it again and again, but can you live it?
Watching, hoping, praying that this time it becomes pollen, as done by their grandmothers, grandfathers, long ago, when they spoke with animals, their smoke still floating, touching the morning prayers. Grandfathers, grandmothers, sons and daughters, me, us, the mountains and animals, covered with the morning pollen.
allowing that to wash over you and get you nice and centered. Welcome this morning to Amani, and we have John DeFore to do the music for us this morning. Are you ready to begin?
I was standing by my window on one cold and cloudy day when I heard those thoughts of creeping for to take my smile away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try. I said to those thoughts of grieving, you will not take mental. For my smile, I am keeping, so just turn around and go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try. Well, they follow close behind me, but I held my head up high. I was thinking of a new road and the sunshine in the sky. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? Nice harmony. That's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better way of thinking if we try, Lord, if we try, if we try, if we try, Lord, if we try. One more. If we try, Lord, if we try.
Thank you, thank you. It's a great way to get our blood pumping this morning. So right now we're going to release the kids, and they're going to go play out in the back. And Joe is with them today. You know they're going to have a rocking good time. He does a really good job with the kids. He's amazing. So, well, welcome this morning to the Amani Center. I'm Reverend Belinda, and it's great to have all of you with us this morning. Anyone here for the first time today? Hello, how are you today? That's awesome. We have some information that we'll pass out, and if you have any questions after service, who we are, what we're about, anything like that, be sure to ask one of us. We have quite a few of us that have taken classes here and are pretty familiar with a lot of the teaching, so nice to have you with us. And just to give you a little insight, we are an open and inclusive spiritual community. We accept all faiths, paths, and religions because there is this thread of truth that runs through all of it. And this is a place that we really enjoy learning and growing. You know, it's nice to be here on Sunday. It's a good time. It feels good, and it really lifts us up. But the work is in the classes to really be able to process the information and take it a little deeper and really to grow in consciousness. So we have a meeting after service today about classes, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But mostly this is a place to feel welcome, feel safe, fill your cup up, take it out with you into the world, and be that light. Do we have an affirmation slide? Yeah. Or our vision statement? I thought, yeah, I was thinking maybe we should say that. That way we can really get it going together. Well, most of us remember it anyway. We could just use your outside voice. We are a path to peace together. So what you learn here, you take out into the community and you lift others up. We actually change the world that way. And that's a really amazing thing to do. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we said it right. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, so I know the other slide was about affirmative prayer, and that's if you're looking for taking the spirituality and making a career out of it and doing something with it that really does have a huge impact on others. We teach what's called spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. We know the truth for you. And if you want a chance to experience that, our practitioners and ministers that are here today would be available after service for a prayer. If you guys would raise your hands. That's okay, you can be. She's getting there. Gina, you know, yes, we say yes. Anyway, let's bring up Marcy and have her tell us a little bit more about other things, events that are going on here.
Thank you, Reverend Belinda. All right, so here is our lineup for the month of March. Our fun theme this month is fairy tales, fantasies, and first cause. So we're having some fun with that. Today's the 8th, so we have the very wonderful Reverend Pixie DeFore. Next week, we'll have the very wonderful Reverend Donna Epidone. And then the following week, the very Reverend and very wonderful Reverend Sherry Wynn. And then we're finishing this month off, this 5-Sunday month, with the amazing Gary Lynn Floyd. So it's going to be a great March. So I'm glad you're all here. All right, here's some of the things that are coming up. As Reverend Belinda said, we have the Academy orientation today. So we're going to have our ministers and teachers up here talking about the Academy, the ways that it can lead you forward to become a practitioner or a minister, or just fill your cup with classes. Someone said to me when I took my first class, my minister said, my life just works better when I'm in class. And he was so right. That's the same thing for me. When I'm in class, my life is better. And so I'll take classes over because they're different every time, and you're doing the work and you're staying reminded. So I encourage everyone to come and find out about that. So that's just today right after service, right here in this room. And then speaking of wonderful classes, we have the 4 agreements beginning this Wednesday. And Reverend Sherry's going to be teaching that. Do you want to say something? Is the time's wrong on there? Okay. 6:15 instead of 6 o'clock. So we had a compromise because we were going back between the two. So if you would like to join that, we will be here in the space. It's an hour-and-a-half class. It runs for 6 weeks. It's our fundamental class, the 4 agreements, based on Don Miguel Ruiz's amazing book. It's so practical. It gives you these 4 principles to work on that if you focus on even just one, you're going to change your life. But if you do all 4, look out, because it's major transformation coming. So show up for that. Reverend Sherry is amazing. It's wonderful to be here in community. And that's just a great place to start, or a great place to keep going. Jessica, you want to come up and talk about this? I know you got to briefly last week, but we didn't have the slide up. So yeah, so this is a wonderful thing we will have coming up this week, Thursday, and I'm going to let Jessica tell you about it.
Hi, friends. I think people forgot it was spring forward time. I think that's why we're a little barren today. Okay, so I am Jessica. I'm an intuitive channeler and a medium, and I can channel source consciousness from the beyond, as well as connect with loved ones that have passed away. And what I started doing a year ago is called Sacred Circle, and I've gone around kind of all over California at this point, but I do them every month, at least 2 or 3 a month, and at various locations. And what they are is a time to get together and press pause on life's chaos and tap into the beyond by going through several different things. So I share some stories of spiritual proof, why I know that the magic is real and that we're guided and loved from the beyond. And I shared something last time I spoke about this, about an accident that I saw in my rearview mirror when it didn't happen, and then that exact accident happened the next day when I was in that intersection again. And so that's kind of what got the ball rolling on, okay, something really crazy is going on with me. And now I have hundreds of those amazing, beautiful, brilliant stories to share. So I share some stories. We do some chakra balancing where we clear out our energy centers so that your flow is really open. And then we do some guided meditation and some breath work. And for the couple weeks before every sacred circle, I go around collecting golden threads. So patterns I see repeating, "Hi, Joyce." And it's like cheers. You're like Norm. And so I go around collecting what my guides are downloading, along with, like, I'll read several books and I'll get to one paragraph in one book and they'll go that, and I'll circle it. And I'll listen to a podcast and I'll hear one part of it and they'll go that. And so it's kind of just like, and I put it all together. And then when you are laying there with your eyes closed and I'm playing music and I'm speaking all this to you, it's really your guide speaking to you from the beyond. And it's a soul level activation, whether you're aware of it consciously or subconsciously. And it's a time to come back to that inner knowing within you. And the field that's created from everyone's energy is very powerful. And so kind of feels like we're collapsing timelines and you're getting to receive knowledge that maybe would take a longer time in the outside world to receive. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Woo. So that's Thursday. I will definitely be here for that. So please sign up for that. You can do that on the website. There's a code there, but we also have a flyer out there. And if you want to just write a check or something, see me afterwards and we'll get you set up for that. All right, Drum Circle is coming this Friday, second Friday of the month. So that will be here in the space. Always a wonderful time to just make some noise and regulate your nervous system and just have some fun. And there's yelling and there's drumming and there's dancing. Like it's a shake it out kind of situation. And I always feel so much better afterwards. So it's a great time. Teen Play Date is the third Friday of every month, so that'll be the 20th this month. Great time for teens and a great place for them to come and just be able to be teens and have some fun in a safe environment. Spring Equinox is coming up. Feels like it's already here, but it is coming on the 21st. So show up for that. We're going to have some ritual. Reverend Pixie and I are going to kind of lead something lovely that will help you honor that change of season and really bring that in. All right, here's our fun dress-up day for the month. We've been doing a few of these a year. You know, we had our Disney Day last year. So this will be our opportunity to dress up. Fairy tales, fantasy, first cause. Something that represents that magic of your favorite tale or fantasy, something from childhood or now. And we just have some fun with that. So that will be the 22nd, Sunday the 22nd. So join in with that, have some fun. It's just a way to have a good time. And then we have this event coming up called Leaving a Legacy of Faith. And Joe has a colleague, Alexis Carriaga, and she's going to be leading this. We're talking about how you can align your legacy goals with your overall financial and family plan, charitable bequests, and other great information around setting things up for when you move on to your next great adventure. What are you leaving intentionally behind? This is free. Everybody's welcome. So that'll be Sunday the 22nd after service. And then the amazing Gary Lynn Floyd. So we are doing this big fundraiser at my house, and it is we're going to have an all-you-can-eat buffet. You will get a signature cocktail, and then the wonderful music in an intimate setting of Gary Lynn Floyd. I so encourage you guys to do this and bring a friend. It's going to be so fun, so wonderful. I see Suzanne just nodding. She can't wait. I can't wait. Those of us who've been like in these situations with him, God, he's just lovely. He's just lovely, and his music is beautiful. So this is a fundraiser for the center. I feel like it's a great price. You get all you can eat. There'll be lots of great dinner items and then desserts and then one signature cocktail from my wonderful friend Tyler, who some of you had his cocktails at the last house party that I did, and then just that beautiful music, all for $75 per person. So please sign up for that. Plan on coming. Bring a friend. It's going to be amazing. And then he'll be here that next day on Sunday. He will be doing the music and the talk, and then he's going to do a song circle afterwards. And we did that last time I was here. We just circle up, and he just leads us through some music, and that's really also a lovely way to just sing, and it just regulates you, brings you back to center, and it's a lovely thing to do in community. So we're going to have a fun month. All right, started the Walk and Hike Club in this month, and so we're going to take our first hike as a group tomorrow. For anyone who wants to join, I'm going to be out there walking with my dog either way. So if you want to come. We're going to do the El Dorado Trail at Missouri Flat. So if anyone wants to come, let me know. I'll make sure you know exactly where it is. We're going to meet at 10 o'clock. And it's about, I was thinking we'd go to, you can go from there to the town of El Dorado and back, and it's on a nice little trail through the trees. It's really a lovely walk. But if someone didn't want to go that far, they could turn back sooner. we'll work with whatever anyone does. So if you'd like to do that, see me or just show up there at that trailhead at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll have a walk. All right, I think that's it for our announcements. If you haven't already silenced your phone, please do so, and then Reverend Belinda is going to bless the service.
Marcy, you're busy this month.
Yeah, so lots going on. Lots going on.
Uh-huh. Just immersed in spirit the whole month, every day. All right, so how about we bless this service and set an intention for this beautiful morning, being blessed by the divine in its perfect power and presence all around us, right here where we sit, in this beautiful room, in this beautiful fellowship. We are blessed. We are loved. We are lifted up in consciousness. We are one with the divine. And I'm so grateful for this place we call the Amani Center, for it being available to us, for us to show up and be that perfect reflection for each other, for every volunteer, musician, speaker, every person that shows up to make this place a place of beauty and love. So we release this and let it go, knowing that we are here by divine appointment, and we absolutely hear and know what we came here this morning to receive. So as we release this and let it go, we know it is for our highest and greatest good, as we say together, and so it is. So how about another beautiful song? Or are we doing affirmation? Affirmation, I'll bring up Reverend Sherry. Excuse me. 1 minute.
Okay, so you guys know how to do this. You just say it with intention, like you're really here and you really mean it. Using Reverend Pixie's beautiful words, we'll say it together. First time with enthusiasm, second time in your heart, third time just listen to me. The story I choose to live today is permeated in life, love, and peace. The story I choose to live today is permeated in life, love, and peace. The story I choose to live today is permeated in life, love, and peace. And together we say, and so it is.
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, there is still a light that
That definitely takes us there. Let us take a moment now to get quiet. We're letting ourselves be in the stillness. That space between thought and feelings. That central place within us. Let your breath lead you and the softness of it take you to the very center, the very core of your holy and sacred self. And just be with a moment. Just be in that stillness. Continuing to stay in this deep place of connection. Let my words come from that innermost place inside us. For declaration of peace and truth, that this one universal life that is infinite, we know that it carries the spark within us. We have the eyes to see it outside of us. We stay steady, anchored in that infinite love that provides everything for everyone. That at any given time we can turn inward and be connected to this infinite life. That everything that we declare and ask for is said to be done in this moment, and that is truth. So we declare that peace is real, that light walks with us, that harmony and balance and calm are ours, that as we continue in our daily walk, that our purpose is more and more revealed within us so that we can be the light that we came to be. The gentleness when it's needed, the strength and courage when it's needed. And that we don't give our power away to the outside world, but we stay within the power of our own presence within us. We let go of judgment and resentment, and we offer forgiveness to ourselves and others. As we walk in unity with this light, we are connected to that universal presence in all life everywhere on this planet, in the whole galaxy. In all timelines, in all places. We are unified and at one with peace, light, and love. And for this I say thank you, knowing it is done, and together we say, and so it is. And another beautiful song.
If I can reach the stars, pour one down for you, shine it on my heart, so you can see the truth, that this love I have inside is everything it seems. It's only in my dream that I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. If I could be king, even for a day, I'd take you as my queen. I'd have it no other way, and our love will rule in this kingdom we have made. Now I find, waiting for the day when I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe.
Sorry. Thank you, John. Hey, I sprung that one on him yesterday afternoon. He always brings it. Yeah, so thank you for that, John. Yeah. Ooh, oh, thank you, Rev. Belinda. Oh my gosh, yeah. So John and I were having bets this morning on the way in who was going to get out of bed on daylight savings time and come in. So y'all give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you for being here this morning. Yeah, we even managed ourselves to roll out, right? Who's going to make the coffee? You do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. Okay, I'll do it. You did it. Yeah. Yeah, well, this month, fantasy, fairy tales, and first cause. Hey, Joe, how you doing out there, buddy? We have children, right? With them. Yeah. So within fantasy, fairy tales, and first cause, I'm going to talk about the stories that we tell ourselves. And boy, we tell ourselves some whoppers, don't we? Yeah, we really do. So I want to get clear on some of these things. Fairy tales, they're like magical stories, and you have the witches and the princesses and the queens. And I was always the witch. I never wanted to be a princess, never. And the queen. And my mother didn't like that I wanted to be the queen, because me and Dad, yeah, right on. But anyway, and then a fable, which we're going to talk about a little fable a little bit, well, after the next thing that we're due, is something that is a very short story, Aesop's fables, and it's like either forces of nature or animals, and they have some kind of lesson or moral that they have to them. Little bunny frou-frou, anyone? So, and then we have first cause. What exactly is first cause? Anybody? First cause? First cause is the beginning. It is the genesis. It is the start of all things. You ever hear of cause and effect? Okay? It's a real thing. It is a very real thing. But straight from the Science of Mind textbook by Ernest Holm, who is the founder of religious science, he says this about first cause, that it is that which is the cause of all things, the uncreated from which all creation manifests from. The cause of all that is manifest on any plane, that which comes first, the first in a creative series. The first cause is both masculine and feminine in its nature and includes the intermediate principle of creative activity. Yep. And yeah, so I think that with fairy tales, fables, fantasy is really great. First cause. It works really well with first cause because it starts to ignite the imagination. And we begin to imagine the things that we would like to see manifest in our world. We just kind of imagine things. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe this will help you begin to start to imagine things for yourself. Yeah. I should probably get out of the way.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Well, thank you, sir. That was beautiful. Yeah, what a way to get your imagination rolling, huh? Ah. And that's all we really have to do to begin to create whatever it is in our lives that we want to create, whether it's peace, whether it's relationships, whether it's, I don't know. What do you want? How bad do you want it? Yeah. So there's some things today I'd like to touch on. The last month they have been, I don't know how well they're going to swim together, and I may bounce around a little bit, but there's 4 things that have been just right in my face. Like when you take something, you read something and you circle it, yeah, that, yeah, that, yeah, that, and they kept coming up and they kept coming up. So we're going to touch on cause and effect. We're going to touch on judgment, Rev Sherry, and your beautiful prayer, by the way, oneness, and the privacy of your own spiritual beliefs. That's where we're going. But I'm going to begin with a fable, Forces of Nature. It is the story of the north wind and the sun. And once upon a time, the north wind and the sun, they were having this little bit of an argument about who was more powerful. And the north wind said, "Oh, I am more powerful. I can blow with such force that I can blow and knock over trees throughout the lands, set great storms going. I am so powerful." And the sun said, quite simply, true strength doesn't always come from force. I believe that gentleness is often more powerful than aggression. The north wind scoffed and said, "Let's settle this once and for all." And just then they saw a traveler walking down on the road with a heavy cloak upon his shoulder. And the north wind said that whoever can have this traveler remove the cloak first is going to be declared the strongest. Okay, the sun agreed. And of course, the north wind went first. And he puffed, and he huffed, and he blew the wind. And the traveler, feeling the cold air coming down upon him, gripped that cloak and held it tighter because the wind was so cold and so powerful. And the stronger and the stronger and the heavier and the more that the north wind blew, the traveler pulled his cloak tighter and tighter. Disappointed, he steps aside, and here comes the beautiful sun. And the beautiful sun starts to begin to shine her loving rays of light upon the traveler. And as the warmth spread, the traveler began to loosen the cloak. And as he kept walking along the road and the sun shone down just beautifully, he removed the cloak completely. And the sun had won the challenge. Being gentle and warm, the sun had succeeded where the north wind's forceful blasts had not. The moral of the story is that gentleness and kindness can achieve what force and aggression cannot. Y'all believe that? Yeah. I like to say in the metaphysical world, when we're praying, that there is great power in stillness. Great power in stillness. So how do you respond? You know, taking a look at the story. So I'm asking you the question, when there is brashness, when there is harshness, when there is coldness, when there is forcefulness, how do you respond when that's coming at you? How do you respond? Afraid. Who said that? Afraid. What else? Well, do we not respond with the same thing that's coming at us? For me, I close down. Door shuts. I ain't going there again. Not happening. Or maybe, depending on what's coming at me, I respond with that same energy with some choice words. It could happen, you know. But what about the soft, gentle touch? What about the love that comes at us? What about the beautiful hug? What about the kind words? How do we respond to that? Huh? The same. Yes. We respond with a hug back. Yeah. We respond with loving, soft words or a gentle touch, with beautiful kindness. So those are both examples of cause and effect. So someone is coming at us and they're angry and they're just saying you're blah, 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 or you're not even blah, 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 right? And now we're angry. We're angry is an effect of that cause with it, which is what was coming at us. The same thing with that gentleness and that light. That is a beautiful cause. And the effect is the love now that I am generating towards you. And it's all in circulation. The more angrier you get at me, the more angrier I get at you, the more angrier you get at me. And the same way with love. It continues to go in circulation. We live in a world of cause and effect. And our vibes go dropping into the law of mind. And the law of mind always says yes. Well, there's a caveat to that. 30-something years ago when I was in practitioner school, it was the coolest thing because they said the law of mind, where we drop our vibes into, it always tells us, yes, we get whatever our prayer is. And I'm like, that is so cool. And then I kept hearing it. The law of mind always says yes, like it's always a good thing. It is not always a good thing. Right, on the receiving end of that, depending on what your vibes are. So your vibes are all that upset, you know, ticked off, you know, angry, whatever it is, and those are the vibes that you're dropping down into the law of mind. Law of mind says, sure, okay, here you go. We'll have more things to make you feel that way. So the law said yes. So there's a trick to that. How are you feeling? Because you are going to receive whatever vibes you stuck down into the law of mind. So now I can be comfortable in telling you all that the law always says yes. Good or bad, it just says yes. But you know what we need right now is we need softness, we need gentleness, we need kindness. Doesn't that feel good? Cold, harsh, and brash either makes us turn within or it makes us turn away. In my case, it's both. I don't like coldness, harshness. Is there anybody here who does? All right, just checking, just checking. Cause and effect is always working in our lives. always. Even since childhood, even when we don't know that it's working, it's always working. And we like to say, well, let's see, we heard that, who's heard in my Father's house there are many mansions? And now, nobody raised their hand. Thank you. Everybody's like, okay, well, maybe me. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. In my Father's house, there's many mansions. But nowadays, you could say in my parents' house, there's many condos. And in those condos, we have these hallways. And along these hallways, just imagine, inside of our head and our essence, and along these hallways, we have different rooms on either side of the hallway. And when we are born, when we are here, we have these beautiful attributes. Some of us are writers, some of us are painters, some of us are singers, some of us are ministers or prayers or metaphysicians. So whatever that is, some of us do horses, some of us are awesome parents, I don't know. But we have these beautiful things that reside within us, these beautiful attributes. And then we have people that come along, that whole cause and effect thing, and they say, well, I don't think you can sing that great. And there's that beautiful little room that we were so proud of, and that beautiful thing that made us feel so good. And there, close the door just gets shut. Okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. So we go through life learning these things to a certain point. And then we realize that we don't have to pay attention to that junk that other people are saying about us. We don't need to do that. We spend a lot of time reopening those doors again once we get to a certain part in life and realize that we are more than what other people think that we are. First cause right there is the brashness. It is upset. It is telling us what they think that we are. Yeah, and then what's that effect? Close the door. We pull those cloaks tighter around us. Oh, they're never going to get in here again. They're never going to see this. And we close yet another door. And then what is the universe saying now? Every time we close those doors, what's it telling us? Yes, it's telling us yes. Okay, fine, you hide in there. But then we start to unlearn that stuff. Maybe through these times we were feeling judged by others because they're telling us what we can and can't do and what we are, and they don't even know us. Why would they do that? You don't even know who I am. Oh my gosh. So maybe we're feeling judged by others, but then let's turn that around. I'm feeling judged by other people, but how many of us, we get to turn that around, those little sandpaper angels holding up that mirror in front of us. It's telling us how many of y'all are a little judgy yourself. How many of us have been a little guilty of doing the judgment? I'm not going to stand up here and say I'm all perfect. Well, I'm not going to do that. But sometimes we spend a lot of time worrying about what other people are thinking of us, and then we forget about, our end. What am I doing? Where am I judging? Where am I making those statements? Who have I hurt today? Yeah. Dang sandpaper angels. We tend to tell ourselves stories about us and the things that we are not. So not only are we judging other people, but we're judging ourselves just as well. And what happens then? What happens then? We suppress all those negative feelings. Closing the door, never for another person to see. Yeah. What if we're in judgment of that other person? We're in judgment of that other person, and do we think that there is nothing inside of us that aligns with whatever the action the other person is doing? Stay with me on that. So whatever they're doing that you are judging, always remember that given the same circumstances or situations in life, it could always be a possibility that little piece of whatever it is that we're judging them, no matter how bad or what it is, there is a possibility that given those same situations and circumstances, we may have that piece inside of us. That's a tough one to look at. And I want you to review that this week. Take a look. Oh, I would never do that. I couldn't do that. I would never do that to another person. But knowing there is a possibility that little inkling could be in us, given whatever those circumstances were since this child was brought up in this world, how could we ever judge another? We are one. We don't know what other people are going through or where they've been. We don't know. We make judgments when we think we do, and in truth, we don't. So I like to bring it home to this. I like to bring it home to the divine instant that you became you, just you. What I do know is that we are all one with the divine in that perfect oneness. Everybody says oneness. What does that mean? I'm not one with that person. Spiritual oneness, we are in divine oneness. So I have these little podcast things that I like to listen to, and this one was on near-death experiences. I think they're cool. So I'm listening to this, and this gal's talking about her transition from the bed. She's going over, you see the light, you see the tunnel, and blah, blah, blah. She's going through all this. Then she finds herself in this room. And she sees these beautiful colors, and they're swirling around her. They're so beautiful and so vibrant. And she'd never seen some of these colors before. And she's looking at them, and then she realized she wasn't looking at those colors. She was those colors. Keep that in mind. That is how close we are with the divine. That is how close we are. We are not praying to God. We are that piece of spirit, that divine DNA that resides within each of us. We are already it. And that's how we begin to create cause and effect by that one small realization alone. When you go to prayer, when you go to meditation, recognize that. That's like step 2 in 5-step affirmative prayer is unification, unifying with the divine. Not looking at those colors. I am those colors. Yeah. So, yeah. So your spiritual beliefs, knowingness, your essence. So I'm reading this big old book. It's called The Other Bible. And it has a lot of very old scripture, things that you're not going to find in your traditional Bible. And there are these stories about how people were slaughtered for their religious beliefs. It broke my heart. One was a story. Anybody hear the Maccabees? All right. Maccabees were being condemned for their Jewish faith, and they were called in by King blah, blah, blah. I can never remember those names. So he brings them in. I think there were 7 or 8 sons, along with their mother. And they said, the king said, "Eat this meat, I will spare you." And the first son says, "I can't do that. I mean, that's like eating my God. We don't do that in my faith." And mother is in the background saying, "Don't you dare eat that meat." And he says, "Well, I'm going to torture you, and I'm going to kill you if you don't eat that meat." He said, "I'm sorry, I can't do it. It goes against my faith, my belief, my religion." So in front of the mother and all the other brothers, he tortured them, and they didn't leave anything out in this book. They tortured him, and they killed him, and then each brother thereafter. And mother was saying, "Don't you dare eat that meat. You still stay strong to your faith." All right? And then they all were tortured. They were killed. They were murdered. And then the other one was Perpetua and her handmaid Felicity, each with newborn babies, and she proclaimed herself a Christian. And they brought her up on the stage, and Father's out in the audience with the newborn baby, saying, "Oh my gosh, take it back, say you're not, say you're not." She said, "I can't because I am. That is my belief." And her story didn't end well either. but she stood strong to what it was that she believed was inside her God, her spirit, her essence. And I want you all to remember that. Whatever spirit is to you, whatever God is to you, whether it's Judaism, whether it's Christian, whether it's New Thought, whether it's, I don't know, we're all in different cars going back to the same place. However you choose to realize that and work with that in this lifetime. If they were to have done those things, they would have denounced their own spirituality and their relationship with God. And that is always first, before anything else. You are always closer to the divine than anything. It's not about going out and talking to your best friend about all those things. You go to God first, you go to Spirit first, whatever it is. That's where we go first. There is nothing that is closer to you than the divine. You are that spark within you. Remember that. Yeah. Love your God with all your heart and all your soul. First cause is here for you to use. That's a huge part of some of the classes that we're going to be teaching. I ask all of you that are interested in academic classes to please stay afterwards with us, because you will learn about the first cause and you will learn about how to use it in your life, because you can write your own story. You can make it magical. You can make it wondrous. You are the author of your book. In these pages, you get to write, you get to rewrite. The chapters, you get to write, you get to rewrite. If you don't like what's manifested in your life, you get to change it. You get to change. How? I can't change it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hands on hip. So recognize your light and just allow yourself to shine like you've never shone before this day and each day forward. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Pixie. Fun. So now is our joyous time of giving. There's several ways that you can give. They make it recurring so that it comes out of the bank, comes to the center, and you don't, well, we want you here, but if you can't be here for some reason, it still comes. You can use this great QR code on the end of every newsletter or any email that goes out from the center. There's always a donate button as well. So there's several ways to give. And so I'd like to bring up Reverend Sherry to do a spiritual mind treatment for us for abundance.
We change it every week. Okay. Well, okay. So here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to take in consciousness your contribution, whether that's online or in your hand. And I want you to just recognize that this is the abundance that comes from the One through you. You are the generous steward of an opulent presence that gives you everything. And so when you share that, you are saying yes to the reciprocity of giving and receiving. And you cannot outgive the universal presence. So be in gratitude. We're in gratitude for that. We're in gratitude for our ability to share. And we know that it goes out and blesses wherever it goes. And together we say, and so it is.
Give up my heart, give up my soul, give up my treasures, because I know that as I give, I will receive. The circle is complete. Give up my heart, give up my soul, give up
know this song too, right?
Oh, they're out back? Oh.
Got it? All right. Good morning, Amani. We were outside in the beautiful sun. I don't know who had a harder time focusing, me or them, but there's a new little basketball game out there. Thank you, Marcy, I think. We started off by shooting some hoops, which was really fun. Then we read this book, The Secret of Saying Thanks, and we took turns reading. We took popcorn reading. We took turns reading from it, and then we played hide and go seek. They didn't feel really like drawing to begin with, so a little hide and seek. A little hot potato. And then we practiced for Easter. We hid Easter eggs back. There were old Easter eggs back there from last year. So we took turns. And when they hid the eggs for Shai and I, they had to say one thing that they were grateful for or thankful for every egg that we found. Do you guys want to say? And they came up. Do you guys want to say any things that you're thankful for? Go ahead. What were some of the things that you said?
Family and my pets and clean water and the money that we have.
Yeah. Cruz?
I don't know.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Cruz is going to say the affirmation.
I am thankful for my blessings.
There we go. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Nice job.
Had a good time.
Okay, we're going to stand and sing our closing song, but I would also like to state that we have chair yoga in here now, so we're going to stack just this side of the room, the chairs. So if you're able to help with that, we'd love to have you help. Just stack them over on the wall. If not, no worries either. Okay, let's stand. Hold hands if that feels good. You're already micro and Pixie, so we'll sing here. You want to do the guitar?
Somebody got to play. I was going to look at Sonya.
Yeah, I know. She usually starts us. I'm used to Sonya starting us.
Wait, what?
Presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
And I know this week, in the peace and the power and the love and the joy that I know each one of you are in your own lives, that Spirit works with you and it walks with you and it lifts you up, it guides you, and it directs you. Just remember to listen. Together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Pixie. If you're staying for the academy, we're going to circle up right over here.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. And with every step you take, bless the progress